Hey everyone, thanks for coming. Boy, do I have a treat for you guys today. It's time for me to share with you one of my all-time favorite tabletop RPGs. Something you have to know about me is that my local game store actually has a used RPG section where they sell a lot of old game books that no one wants. They tend to carry stuff like GURP splat books, different weapon books for Cyberpunk, old miniature games that are out of print that no one has the miniatures for anymore, stuff like that. Occasionally I'll paw through and find something that's really cool. Sometimes not. Mostly not. Like Deadlands D20, which you know is off to a good start when the rules basically say that since most D20 spells are available in Deadlands, instead of printing the spells you can use, we've decided to list those spells which aren't available instead. If a spell is on this list, a character can't take it. Thanks, Deadlands D20! Just what I needed. A list of spells which isn't in the Weird West. Because that's why I buy RPG books for, to find out what's not in the game. I wonder why this was only $5 in the game store and still no one wanted it. So the other day I picked up 3 random books. One was Ars Magica, 4th edition, which I've kind of heard some good things about, some bad things. It seems interesting. Probably can't get my players to play it, but I'll still read it. Then another one was I got Empires of the Shining Sea, which is an old AD&D supplement. I don't play AD&D, but hey, there's maps in it. I love maps. Ooh, and they're glossy too. Oh, I love glossy maps. I love big maps. They're big maps and glossy. I love them. And lastly, Nobilis, Volume 1, a field guide to the powers. Let me tell you, this last one, it's quite a gem. It is amazing. So first off, despite what it says, this is actually a core rulebook, and hearing the title Volume 1, that sounds like maybe there might be other volumes out there? You're wrong. This is the only book. Why did they call the only book Volume 1? I don't know. But actually, this caused me quite a bit of confusion when I got in the game store because I pulled it off the shelf and I'm flipping it over and it says A Field Guide to the Powers. So is this the Powers book? Is there like a core book and then there's this Volume 1 of the Powers that goes with it? Like what even setting is this? I don't know. But I had actually heard the title before. There's a list going around which was called like the weirdest RPGs or RPGs you might want to try. And it was on the list, Nobilis. But anyway, just kind of flipping it over because I couldn't open it, I didn't even know what kind of a system it was. Because it had a plastic wrap, I couldn't open it unless I bought it. Which is only what an idiot would do. So that's why it's now part of my collection. So after I got it from the store, I brought it home and started reading. And oh boy, let me just give you a taste of how this book is written. I'll turn to a section called Lord Entropy. Who is Lord Entropy? There's an evil god who rules the mortal world from his hidden chancel. He is Lord Entropy. He is so evil that his hands drip blood even when he's just hanging out, watching a basketball game. He is so evil that he can just smile at you and not do anything at all to you, and a few years later you'll turn into a degenerate third-world dictator like Saddam Hussein. Some people estimate that as many as 2/3 of all corrupt dictators, CEOs, and other important people are people who met Lord Entropy without knowing it and carry his stain upon their soul. He is so evil, he doesn't even have to try to be evil. But sometimes he does. This sounds like a Yo Mama joke. He is so evil the devil be like, "Damn girl, you need to hang back a little bit, making us look bad over here. Need to be helping out the community, y'all. Do some community service, bitch." Oh, look over here. They have a picture of him at a basketball game, and his hands are bleeding. Yep, that's what he thought he looked like. You know what, let's just start at the beginning. We'll turn to the welcome section. Welcome. The wind told me once that everybody gets to play a game of Nobilis before they die. Maybe it's in their secret dreams, maybe it's in real life, but everybody gets to experience the world of Nobilis once, to leave behind the dead world where things don't talk to you and nobody knows the purpose of the world for at least one night and see the truth. Okay, alright, you can stop now. We get it. Everyone likes Nobilis. Nobilis is the greatest game ever. Please, I just want to learn how to play the game. What is it? Do I need dice? I was just looking for those details. At the time when I first started reading, I'm like, okay, maybe the author's note is the wrong place to start. I'll just go to the introduction. There we go. Let's keep reading. Introduction. It is usually quite surprising when someone sticks a fundamental building block of reality inside you. You will just be driving along or whatever when suddenly, bam, your storms or fire, computers, dogs, backseas, fleece, or love. When something like this is put inside you, you are called noble or one of the nobilis. You will find that you are the fundamental expression and guardian of the word or name, the proper term is, a state, that's stuck inside you. You won't be able to hide from the fact that you are pure and unfettered divinity now. That thing that you sometimes see hiding in the world when you stop blinding yourself to it. That ultimate reality and glory of things pressing in through the gates that we construct against the world. Okay, so what's this game about, everyone? If you know, please tell me, because I have not figured it out yet. Does it take place in modern day? Do I need dice? Is it urban fantasy? Oh boy. Oh, look. They have a footnote for a backseas. Backseas is when you take back something you already did or said. Why is this a fundamental building block of reality? I think we are forced to blame Aristotle. If you suddenly find that you are the power of backseas, you must be very careful. The Imperator who put the estate of backseas in your soul will usually try to take it back again later. Then you will be in trouble, because it will kill you to have it take it out again, but it will betray your deepest inner truth to tell them, no backseas. The only proper answer to this cone is to stall. I somehow think I know less about this game after reading it. So I was reading this section to a bunch of my friends, and one of them actually put an apt statement of this, that this is almost like fan fiction. This is what you'd see in fan fiction, where they just kind of go on, and lots of flowery language, but don't, like, arrive at a point. For me personally, I think it almost kind of sounds like the first draft, and I know that I used to write fiction on occasion, and when I was younger, you always ran into one of those nonsensical stories that doesn't make any sense except to the author, and it takes subsequent read-throughs to clear up the confusion. This is that. This is the first draft, and it has not been run by someone to check if it makes sense. Anyway, yeah, I think this is enough reading for me today. Trust me, the rest of the book is just like this. I didn't bring this up initially, but there are dozens of artists actually listed in the credits. Now, you might be wondering why. Well, the artwork was pulled from different DeviantArt artists. And good God, it shows. Some of the artwork's pretty good. Some's alright. And some doesn't make me want to gouge out my own eyes with a fork. And others, not so much. Come on, people. Like, put a little bit of effort into your work. I mean, seriously, I've never seen anything like this before. This is terrible. This is terrible. Oh my God. But in addition, a big part of the problem is that the artwork, even the good stuff, is actually pretty jarring because there's no consistency between the images. They are all over the map stylistically. Some are oil paintings, some are cartoons, some are anime style, some are surreal, and some are that weird, like, half cartoon, American style, half anime, that thing you see on occasion. Oh, good God, I have no idea what's going on in this one. I see the corner there. It makes it look like those are two walls. But does that make this a mural? Wait, is this a zoom out? Because I see there are bugs there. They're smaller than these ones. Oh, what is going on? Or what is this? The noble cleave, named the Cult of the Stars, is building the trained firebras, wound around the planet Saturn, which they claim will have the power to take them away from the ash and up into the stars? Good for them. I hope they get there. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's look this book up online, because I want to know. I want to know what people are saying about it. What kind of reviews are people giving this book? 4 out of 5 average? Good reviews on DriveThruRPG? Good reviews on Amazon? 5 out of 5 stars? What? What? That's exactly what I would give it.